You know, when I was growing up over there in Mewer, spent a lot of time right there on the, the Grand River that cuts off into the Maple River there. That was my little nook, and then there was another little creek off of that called Stony Creek. And a little park called Barkus Park, with a banjo-picking jolly little fella named Brad Lasko that was sitting down there by the fire playing all night. And me and my dad ended up sitting next to him many of those nights, and that's how I learned how to play all this music, And with that river, that old Grand River, I used to sit by it and ponder things, and if I was having a bad day, sometimes I'd go down there. Sometimes I'd bring a fishing pole, sometimes maybe not. But there was an old train trestle that there was a good little fishing spot underneath that. And on the concrete pillar things there, you could, when the water was low enough, it had this little thing you could crawl down under there and be pretty much in the middle of the river underneath that train track. And I'd go down there to fish, and sometimes when I was pissed, and I went down there not too long ago, and they had redone that whole trail there with nice asphalt, and they built up the bridge, or they built a bridge over the old trestle, and it looks so nice, and it's probably a lot safer, but I miss that fucking trestle, man.
I remember as a boy how I'd wander and enjoy, watch the freight trains as they go by, and the whistle's lonesome sound you could hear for miles around. They rode along that Greenville trestle high, but the whistles don't sound like they used to. Lately not many trains go by. Hard times across the land means no work for the railroad man, and the Greenville trestle now don't seem so high. On the riverbank I'd stand with a cane pole in my hand, and I'd watch the freight trains up against the sky, with the black smoke trailing back as she runs along the track that runs along that Greenville trestle high. But the whistles don't sound like they used to. Lately not many trains go by. Hard times across the land means no work for the railroad man, and the Greenville trestle now don't seem so high. Play one, Jerry. When the lonesome whistles whine, I get rambling on my mind. Lord, I wish they still sounded that way. As I turned to head for home, she'd whistle low and long towards the sunset at the close of day. No, the whistles don't sound like they used to. Lately, not many trains go by. Hard times across the land means no work for the railroad man, and the Greenville trestle now don't seem so high. No, the Greenville trestle now don't seem so high.